The summer of 2018, something really amazing happened. Almost every single member of the Rudd family made the trip up to Maine for a good old-fashioned family reunion. We were missing one person, Louis Rudd, Pops, the founding father of the Rudd family as we know it today, the original old bean. Grandma and Pops are the perfect pair. Grandma is fun-loving, joyful, and kind. Pops is brilliant, curious, and opinionated. Together, they created a family that shares all of these traits. And it turns out, even without Pops to teach us on this trip, we did learn a couple things. We learned how to break open a lobster and how to avoid falling out of an Adirondack chair on a hill. But most importantly, we learned about each other. I got to talking with some people and I learned that people love to imitate Pops.
Mrs. R, where's my pie?
Mrs. R, are we gonna eat around here or just starve to death? Yes, my dear.
And the only thing people like more than imitating Pops is imitating Grandma.
Here's to ya.
Oh, John. Okay. What is he even doing? He just dropped the ball. It's like sometimes I don't think they know what they're doing. And, oh my gosh, I can't watch him anymore.
Don't you know?
Oh, they're so good. Did you see? I mean, can you remember a time when they were this good? Can you remember a time that they're this good?
You know, that's the most fantastic thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hello! Here's to ya!
But, all this imitation makes sense. They do say that imitation is the highest form of flattery. And as we all know, everyone really, really likes Grandma. In fact, people had a lot to say about it.
My favorite thing about Grandma is when you compliment her on any sort of clothing, she'll be like, "This old thing, I've had it for years."
She's always had a very positive outlook on life and always looks on the bright side of everything.
My favorite thing about Grandma is that she is filled with unconditional love for other people, which is very inspiring to me.
For sure, her positive outlook is just undying, and she just has such a zest for life. She has so much charisma, and people love talking to her.
I always enjoy my time with Grandma, and every moment I'm with her, I cherish.
When I'm around her, all I feel is love and no judgment, and I really couldn't have asked for a better grandma or a better, person to grow up with, and I just love her so much, and she's really created such a beautiful family. I'm so grateful and thankful for it.
And Grandma, my favorite memory of you is all the times we would get to go to Byerly's all by ourselves, and I would get some alone time with you and felt like a big kid getting to help with the grocery shopping, and you would always buy me a special yucky strawberry bagel that I wanted.
I think she is like the most caring and loving person I've ever met. Very selfless, and it's awesome.
I like the way she laughs.
Grandma has the most optimistic voice ever. Whether that's the meanest insult or the happiest hello, you just know it all comes out of love, and it's just Grandma.
Joni, my favorite memory with you is dancing with you at James and Ashley's wedding.
She is the greatest influence in my entire life of the type of human that I want to be. She is respectful, intelligent, kind, and always looks and sees the positive in every situation and human. I think that's a gift that nobody I've ever met in my entire life possesses.
She was always up for anything too, right? Like she just enjoys life. She did Jello shots with us. What? 2 years ago? 2 years ago? Yeah.
Her positivity, her just good humor,
her openness with people. She's amazing.
I think her negativity and her cynicism.
Yeah, there you go.
Is what I admire the most.
No matter what, even if it's a bad day, she's just like has the best voice ever, and it just makes everything okay.
It's probably that she's always happy except for when she's losing. It's the only thing.
That's true. Then she's just in denial.
Grandma was one who has always been able to see the good in people. And I think in all of us, she was always able to see our best self, even if we couldn't see that ourselves. And I think one of my great motivators in life has been simply trying to be the kind of person that Grandma thinks I am. Not only do we have the comfort of knowing that she's always loved us tremendously and always thought the best about us, but thought that our capabilities, especially our capabilities to be good and kind people, were things that I think have kind of helped us all steer, in particular morally, how we've led our lives.
Her joy, everything is the best. It's her favorite, it's the greatest day, and it's definitely something that I want to try to emulate in my life, is, especially when things get down, what would Grandma Joni do? How would she decide to look at this? What would her choice be? How would she decide to choose joy?
My favorite thing about Grandma is that whenever I go to call her, I'm usually have something sort of serious that I want to talk to her about, and I want to complain, and I'm feeling very down, and as soon as I hear her voice, it's just everything that is bad in the world just goes away, and I instantly feel better. She just makes me so happy. It's just everything that was ever bad just doesn't even exist, and it's really amazing. And I just love Grandma so much.
And, the really great thing about Grandma being so amazing is that she had a bunch of kids. And those kids had a bunch of kids. And now even some of those kids are starting to have a bunch of kids. And all of these kids and grandkids and great-grandkids all have one incredible thing in common. Grandma. No one in this family would be how they are without the influence of Grandma and Pops. And as a result, we have this incredible community filled with a tremendous amount of love and support. We have the entire Rudd family. So, what does it mean to be a part of the Rudd family?
To me, being a Rudd is where we always will be each other's back. No matter what happens, if we're down and out, a Rudd will take care of a Rudd. I'm very honored to know that I'm from a family that would never dish somebody. We would always have each other's back, and we always would have each other, and that's what it is to be a Rudd.
When I think of the Rudd family, I just think of always having a good time and lots of laughs and love. So, with beer, and cribbage. Yes, cribbage.
You feel like you have all these friends, built-in friends, so to speak. We feel like we're all here to support each other, and that's kind of a nice feeling. We always have a lot of fun together. We have a lot of stories we share. You just basically feel like you're part of this amazing, diverse group of people. It's always a lot of fun, and I feel really lucky to be, part of such a great group of people. And everybody's really awesome, and I feel very lucky to be part of it all.
I've been married for over 25 years to John, and I distinctly remember on our first date how he talked about all the virtues of his family, how amazing everyone was, how funny, how smart, how friendly, the card games, the cribbage. Thank you, Rudd family, for being such a great place to land. You've been an amazing influence on my whole family.
You're always going to be taken care of, and there's going to always be a group of people that love you, and that you're going to always have something to laugh at, because the best part about being a Rudd is that nothing is ever taken seriously. While we take care of each other, we go about every day of our lives laughing and being joyous and having a good time.
I think that it is awesome. It's so much fun. There's a party the entire time. And you guys are all really nice and welcoming.
And I think it means to always want to be around your family members. I think it means kind of feeling people are always in your corner. They're in your corner when you're doing well, and they're in your corner when you're not doing well. Very little judgment. I think there is a real emphasis on not taking yourself too seriously and being able to laugh at life, being able to laugh at yourself. I think it is around really kind of prioritizing being good, being happy, and being around family and friends. And I can't think of a better family that I would ever want to be in.
Well, really, being a part of the Rudd family means everything to me. I mean, it's one of the most wonderful, rich and deep relationships I have in my life is with the entire Rudd family. I wouldn't be me without the Rudd family.
So, being a part of the Rudd family means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But being a part of the Rudd family wouldn't mean anything without Grandma and Pops.